play. So without further ado, let's get right into it. As soon as everything comes on my phone, so that way I know what's going on at least. Let's see. There we go. Excellent. Perfect. Alright, so let's go and do another Northeast Quarter route. I'll do CSX Heavy Haul another time, but because I want to play all these shorts routes, and the CSX Heavy Haul takes a long time to pretty much play the game, so we'll just do something like this. So we'll do the ACS64, and let's see if we do a northbound route. So let's see. We don't need weather conditions right now. Let's continue. Let's see what routes we have left. Okay. There we go. Do the 735 service from Newark Liberty to New Rochelle on the regional. Let's go do this. Ooh, that's a nice screenshot there. Actually, that's a really good screenshot. Hang on, guys. What?
Are you taking a shower tonight?
Yeah.
Can you take one now, please?
I'm in the middle of a stream.
Can you do it in the next half an hour?
I'll try, but can't make promises. I just started.
I'm going to bed.
I just started to.
I'm going to shower.
No, I will eventually.
Do you understand you gotta use my shower? I'm going to bed.
Yes, I know. Give me 30 minutes, and 45 minutes. How about that? We won't edit that out. That's what happens when you're moving. Everything gets annoying very chaotically and just frustrating. I don't know if people understand that or not. Alright, we're number 636 today. Alright, well, with the time being, because everything's all screwed up in my house right now, we'll go ahead and just go to New York for now, and I'll do another live stream afterwards, or just a, oh. My keys are really sticky as well. With everything chaotic, moving out of the house and just getting stuff situated, then we'll take a cross-country trip this week to help my family move into the new house and then drive back and get ready for work next week, and then just get ready for my new house and just pretty much be ready for Norfolk Southern to call me about training. I haven't heard anything back, which is good. That means that they're just trying to set up everything. If there's something wrong, then they would let me know what the problem is, but it's been a few weeks, so which is good. They're just trying to set up everything. United did the same thing, so now we'll just be waiting for a bit. All in the industry like this, especially during this pandemic, national emergencies, and everybody looting and shit and causing riots, this whole country is a shit show right now, so everything pretty much is just chaotic. And everything pretty much annoys me with everything going on, but what can we do, right? Just sit there and wait until everything passes. Hope everybody's day is good. I hope everybody's staying safe. I hope everybody's not doing the protesting and the riots and everything, because they're getting extremely out of hand right now. And I hope nobody's in the line of path of all that. We got approach limited, or we got limit clear here. So yeah, with all the shit going on. But I did find out, because I know about the, I have researched the George Flint case, pretty much, and that I heard things like, especially this one, that what I heard was it had nothing to do with racism at all. For the George Flint, it was actually personal, that because the cop actually knew him, because him and George, they used to work together at some security facility, and I guess they hate each other, and when that happened, it was on a personal level. So that is what I was told, or that is what I've researched and heard about, which is very interesting. And so everybody rioting and looting are doing it for the wrong reason now. But I understand the whole Black Lives Matter. I understand that. Personally, like, every single person in life matters, in my own opinion. I respect everybody else's ideas, decision, as long as it does not inflict harm on anybody else, and including harm on yourself, because that is completely pointless of any protest at all, because that does not get a point across. You basically destroy your own town, and you cost other people millions of dollars worth of damage, and even with the insurance, they don't want to deal with it because of all this shit happening. So it makes it a harder case to come back. So but my respects for George Flint. That still shouldn't have happened at all, and I'm glad the cop was arrested. Not because of the cop, because, not just for the death, but because he was unprofessional in every way. I gave y'all, like, everybody had a history behind it, but you gotta put that behind you. You can't let it consume you, otherwise you lose. But people won't listen in life, so the only thing you do is sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. Sad, but it's unfortunately true. And most of you guys will understand and appreciate why I said that. Even though nobody wants to come on these live streams anymore, which, fine. So due to unfortunate circumstances, I got other shit I need to do tonight. I thought I was done with everything, but it looks like I got more shit. So, because everything's chaotic, we're limited on certain things. We have to do stuff at certain times. So, due to uncertain circumstances, that's what's happening. But I will maybe live stream later, but no one wants to watch my videos anymore and all that, so I just probably won't. We'll see. We shall see. Let's go ahead and fix this. So Train Sim World, I absolutely enjoy it. With the the real sim effects and how everything's pretty much accurate. So definitely love it. There's a couple things I can change, and you'll see along the way. as I point them out, and you'll see what I do for a lot of these things. So next up is New York Penn will be blowing through Sea Caucus. Came out of nowhere. This plane coming into Newark, landing a little bit too fast there. I believe that's the New Jersey Transit Morristown line to the left, and now you're in Newark's yard. Now we got cab speed, might be falling behind somebody. We got cab speed due for 60. So the only time you'll get a cab speed is when is basically a advanced warning about what's going to happen ahead. So usually you're either following another train or it's preparing you, or the signals are preparing you to take a switch later on. So we have another cab speed. So if that's the case, then we know that we're following another train a few blocks ahead, probably like 3 or 4 blocks ahead. So the problem is some of these signals are, you know, cab speed, but our cab signals here will register them as a clear, and you'll see that in a minute. That's the only thing about one of the things about the game that's really kind of glitchy. So and I'll point them out along the way, but I definitely love the detailing of it. The pantograph actually moves as well with the different heights. As a southbound Keystone. I forgot to turn my lights. Sorry, I got a little allergies. Alright, so we have another cab speed, but right here, watch the cab signals. Look what they register as. So that signals a cab speed, but we get a clear. Does not make sense. So I think really what happened is they goofed up the signals, in my opinion. So a couple of because there are a lot of signals that are goofy, and then the capsule signals even have a little goof itself. So, and you all will see that here later on, or in another video. Alright, there we go. The maximum authorized speed's counting down, which means we should start slowing down. These are our dynamics. And then you really gotta watch out for this bridge coming up, especially with your signals. So that signals a cab speed, and it goes back to a cab speed, and the alarm does go off. So you have to make sure you hit that acknowledge button, even if you just hear that beep. It's only going northbound. So otherwise, if you have your cab signals on, you didn't acknowledge that, even though the alarm didn't go off, that the cab dropped, then it'll put you in a penalty application, in which is not good. So basically it says, oh, you didn't acknowledge that the signal changed, so we're going to put you in a penalty break application because you did not acknowledge it. And you have to answer to somebody. There's another cap speed, but then it goes back to a clear. And see, even that side's a cap speed. So it just doesn't make sense. So I think they just goofed up the signals because nobody's in front of us, I know that, and I'll show you all here in a minute. Here we'll go to our map. So as you can see, nobody's in front of us at all. Nobody. Let's go like that. So I don't know why they got a cap speed over there. So now we got a clear. That's a clear. I love the way it tilts. And so our next signal that comes in the tunnel when you're going north, there's only one signal. And so you're supposed to be like a couple other signals like every so often, but there's only one signal in this tunnel. I don't know why there's only one. Hi Ravello, how are you, sir? Sorry, I did not see your comment there. Cool, we finally have one. Hope everything's going well for you, sir. Always a pleasure. No, I'm doing alright. A little hanging in there with all the moving and everything going on, but not too bad. Not too bad. Good, everything is going with you. Very nice. Actually getting pretty good. 60 frames a second. For a live stream, especially with the quality, that's not bad at all. Alright, so now we got approach, so now I'm going to go and start preparing for an approach by making a full service application. And idling my throttle. And so our next signal is a clear, but that gives us an approach, which that doesn't make sense. And so now we gotta go 30 miles an hour pretty much the whole tunnel. So a trick is, if your cab signals drop on you like that, and you're already above the speed, if your signal just drops on you, then you need to make a full service application on the brakes. And when you make a full service application on the brakes, then it'll register that you are acting for the cab signal drop, and you do not touch the brakes until you are under the speed limit. So once you are under 30 miles an hour, you see 30, 29, 20, 27, then you start to release your brakes. But if you release it before you hit 30, then you'll go into an emergency as you're over speeding, technically. So, RFNJK, how are you, sir? You going out to watch K67630 tomorrow? With apparently 2 CN units. Very nice. As I'll be going to Oklahoma this week on the high plains. I forgot you can't see look move like that. Alright, coming to the end to see the lights at the end of the tunnel, indicating that we will be in New York City momentarily, as we will be there a few minutes late due to cab signal droppage. Thank you. This is called Train Sim World 2020. It's basically a real sim version of trains, like a basic simulator that's got all the live controls, and when we make a station stop, I'll give you guys a tour and show you all the controls and everything. And then just locomotive, and then other interesting facts, and then I'll end the live stream there because I got other essential items I have to take care of. 2 CN yesterday. Huh. Maybe it did come through today. I'm not sure. Oh, the train coming, so we'll dim the lights so we don't blind them. Alright, there's 15. We have clear. And see, we had a clear, but our cab signals dropped to restricting, which is kind of unusual. So that must be a keystone waiting for somebody that I pass in the tunnel. Oh yeah? I hope you're safe today. I know Manassas, they had the riots and the looting and everything today, so I hope you guys were safe. I know there's not much trains that you'll see in Manassas due to a tanker train, 2 CN and 1 CSX. Okay, that was a K676 then, so it must have came today. I thought it was supposed to come tomorrow, but it looks like that train came today. Cool. Very glad. But yeah, avoid Manassas for the next few weeks if you can, because there's a lot going on right now with the looting, the protesting, the riots, and the derailment that happened on the B line, just pretty much my own backyard. But that's kind of the whole situation pretty much is kind of scary, and there's a lot of stuff going on right now, so safety is number one. Everybody should know that, especially working on the railroad or even being around the railroad or just anywhere else in general. Safety first always. Huh, interesting. Did you catch the ID for that? Maybe it was a 92Q, an all flat train. Bed. Sounds like you're going to sleep. Alright, so at New York, they do a for the regionals, they do a extended time. So while we do that, let's give you all the full tour, yes? So here on the ACS64, we are in the driver's console. So your first knobs and switches, you have your radio here, you have your air conditioning, your HVAC, your cab heater, so in case you are cold or hot, or your windows fog up, you can have your heater that pretty much heats your windshield, your HVAC emergency section. So, cool. I'll have to take a look at that later. And then you have your HVAC brightness for your displays. This is your radio, and then this is your secondary screen. So I can flip through all different functions with it as well. I can look at different functions and settings with it. So if I want to do different tests, I can do that. And then look at all different systems, the propulsion, all the truck, the temperatures, everything like that. So then you have your main screen, and then your warnings over here are your so you have your hot journal, which is like your hot box pretty much, your smoke alarms, and then your fire suppression, which is your emergency extinguisher. So if something's detecting that it's on fire, your smoke alarm will go off, and then this will display, meaning that there's been something extinguished. And this is your main computer screen, same thing as this. And you have your cab signals here with different displays, and then this is where your cameras are on the outside of the locomotive. So let me zoom in a little bit. Your cameras for the locomotive, cannot move anywhere, are right here. These are your cameras, and they have them on both sides of the locomotive, facing both sides of the locomotive. As I said, your wipers, your snow brakes, you get your windshield heater, so you have your on, and then your different speeds for that. And then you have your throttle. You also, or not your throttle, your train brake, excuse me, or your automatic brake. You have your independent brake. Then you have your sander. You have your front headlight. You have your ditch lights. There's your horn settings. There's your bell. There's your combined throttle and dynamic brakes. So push forward to go get power, and then B to slow down. This is your reverser. This is your acknowledge, and then you have your cab light. So we'll turn that on. Then you have your desk console light. And then you have your main circuit breaker. Always keep that closed to make sure that we can proceed going forward. Because if your main circuit breaker open, then the train can't move and the traction is blocked. Pantograph status, and then we can pretty much walk around. Here's the secondary desk with he's got a desk light itself. He's got a horn as well. Then he's got his own display. And then we have our panels back here. They don't do much. They're just pretty much for display only. But your different circuit breakers, and then your main panel. So you have your territory cut-in, you have your emergency electrical shutdowns, and you have your rear headlights, fault reset unit, battery control extinguisher, your head and power, machine room, there's your ATC and your access, there's your alerter, and then everything else with that, marker lights, dynamics, and then we can actually take a look in here. So the ACS64 has its own bathroom. Pretty much every locomotive has their own bathrooms. There's the all the pumps and all the different systems, and then here's the main panel in the back. And so your pantograph select, which always is in the rear, then all your different controls, and there's your machine room lights, by the way. And that's pretty much it for the tour for that. So sorry I had to cut this short, guys. I got a lot of stuff going on tonight, unfortunately. Maybe I'll make a video tonight just to make up for it, and that's all we have. So we'll get back here and I guess get ourselves ready to depart, or in this case for me to go upstairs and just get my stuff together. So thank you all for tuning in, and of course, Dakota, you show up at the last minutes, but I will do another live stream later where I have more time. We can do more fun stuff. So next